well, I mean, I guess we could use that material. Let's bring it up. MIX passes. And we could use that one, or we could use a Lambert. There's Lambert. There we go. Here's Lambert. So the reason I say Lambert is because it's kind of the what we want to do is we don't want to have on the object outside the window. It's fake, right? There is no wall outside of a window with a picture of trees on it. There's actually trees, so it's a trick that we're doing, and therefore we don't want to see shadows from his room onto that wall with the picture of the trees, because that would give away our trick. Now we don't want to see a specular dot in the middle of the sky, because again, it gives away our trick. So since it's a trick, we need to actually say, we don't want the shader to do all the fancy stuff it does. We don't want it to do reflections. We don't want it to do shadows. We don't want it to do anything. We just want it to be completely flat color across the whole thing. So we want to kind of have we want to purposely break the shader to make it do our trick. Following me? And I think a Lambert is the easiest way to do that, because a Lambert is a shader that already doesn't have a lot of stuff. It doesn't have any reflections, it doesn't have any specular. So it's already kind of almost there as far as the not doing. We want to make the doesn't do anything shader. We want to make the doesn't shade shader. And Lambert's the most simple shader you can have, and so therefore kind of is halfway there. Whereas the MIA material, you have to turn off a whole bunch of stuff. And so I think it's easier to just use a Lambert instead. And what we would do is you have your color texture, 2D texture, ramp, what am I doing, ramp? File, and then you've got the gamma that it goes into, and then, but this, instead of putting it into the color channel, we're going to put it into the incandescence channel, okay? And incandescence just means completely flat, no shading at all. And let me just put, instead, since I don't have a texture here right now, I'm just going to put a flat color into it. So we'll just make it flat red like that. And you can see now, it's still shading though, right? So I need to actually come into the diffuse and turn the diffuse off completely. And so now I have, what I'm getting here, and then actually this can also be off. I'm having just incandescence put in here. And it just gives me a completely flat shader. So I would put in texture map of your outside picture through a gamma, as always, into the incandescence, and everything else just gets turned off.